So here's the router table I purchased to go with my router that I bought from Bosch. Now, a lot of times it's a lot easier to bring the workpiece to the router than the other way around. So let's put this together and see how. Okay, so we get the on and off switch and the plug, router inserts for the fence, looks like dust port, a bunch of knobs and screws and bolts, safety glass to come down, 2 featherboards, another safety glass to put over when doing roundovers, heavy duty router plate, instruction manual, and then the 2 legs, and then everything sits on top of the actual router table.
Here I am reading over the directions. From my experience, it'll take approximately 1 hour to build the table. The only problem I had was trying to identify the correct bolts to use on the pieces from the directions. What I found helpful was to lay out all of the bolts together and then work my way around from that. Also, the directions mention a storage panel for one of the legs. I see the cord wrap here, but that's number 8, and looking at directions, number 7 was a storage panel. After looking around, I found out the storage panel was a piece of plastic to insert into the leg to kind of make a cavity for items to be stored.
I'll tell you one thing, that'll make it really easy to put all this on. I think what I'll do is get all these on a little bit of the way, then turn it upside down, tighten everything down. But when you feel in there, they're kind of in little nooks and crannies. This is kind of where it's interesting. They have you put the bolts in and thread them all the way down and bottom them out. And then when you put the plate on, you'll bring each bolt up to level it, which I just don't understand why they don't give you the bolts already threaded all the way down. remove the base plate from the router, you'll take off 4 screws. However, when reconnecting it to the base plate of the router table,
you'll only be attaching with 3 screws.
Here it took me a while to find the hole pattern, but I eventually found it and then attached the router plate.
Now it's time to put a test piece of wood through, and you'll see here that it runs through great.